I'm Beckham. I'm trying to learn history. Today, the Han Dynasty, and after we've done that, we're gonna do standing and leg stretching. And if you participate in the standing and leg stretching, then it's better at your own risk. And this is part 2 of the Han Dynasty, and this is about war. Now, in 210 before Christ, there was a small Han kingdom, and that was ruled by Liu Bang. Liu Bang was a poor villager, but he came to power as the Qin Empire broke down. In 206 before Christ, this Liu Bang, this previously poor villager who was the ruling king of the small Han kingdom, led an army onto the Qin capital of Xinjiang. And there he let Shi Huangji's tomb loot, and he burned the city and the library with all the books of Shi Huangji down. Okay, 206 was when that into Qin, which was the capital of Chengqing. Do I understand for you? In 202 before Christ, Liu Bang proclaimed himself to be the first Han emperor and took the name Gaozu. Okay, Gaozu. Now, under the Han, China became as large and powerful as a comparison, the Roman Empire. Art and science thrived. And this thriving of the Han Empire reached its peak under Wudi, under the Emperor Wudi. The cities during that time were huge, they were crowded and beautiful, and there were many craftspeople working, and they were doing exquisite things out of wood, paint and silk. Or wood painted. They were doing paintings, woodwork, and worked with silk, wood, paint, silk. What was the note? 210, 6 and 2. Wuji, Gaozu, the name, Liu Bang, poor villager, the Han kingdom, and against the Qin was the capital Qin in Changqing, and there was Shi Huangji. It was paintings, silk, and woodwork, and the fields were crowded and beautiful, and were silk, jade, and horses were traded along the Silk Road. And from the Han Empire up to the Roman Empire, there were over the Silk Road things like jade, silk, and horses traded. Things like silk and jade traded, and horses. Confucius was a philosopher, would I say, living sometime earlier than the Han Dynasty, and the emperors tried to revive, try to get back, try to recover, try to revive the teachings of Confucius and these lost writings. And 165 before Christ, it became duty for people to make exams who would to hold public offices. 50 after Christ, Buddhists, missionaries reached China. 200 after Domini, the Han emperors were weakened by their ambitious wives and eunuchs. Rebellions by a group called the Yellow Turbans, combined with attacks by warriors from the north, brought the empire down. I don't think it's really necessary to say that. But this is important about the whole story, but it has not every single time a little description about something ending with its end. Every biography, every time you have a biography, it ends. I don't want to do it right now. We're going to talk about the Han Dynasty, not of the fall of the Han Dynasty. Now, we're 4 minutes in, but that means we have time enough. I'm going to start the camera. Do I really do it? It was Liu Bang. Let's just try to look how far we come. I'm going to start the second camera. It was Liu Bang, 210, 206, when the Shi Huangji, the library of Shi Huangji, and the tomb tomb, burnt the city. He looted the tomb, burnt the city and library. With Shi Huangji, Liu Bang, he got the name then Guangzu, Li Shuang, Shi Huangji, Shi Huangji, Shi Huangji, Gao Tzu, Lui Bang Gao Tzu, Shi Huangji, Shi Huangji, Gao Tzu, Gao Tzu. So we're having Shi Huangji and Gao Tzu. Liu Bang, just Liu Bang, Gao Tzu. Shi Huangji, Gao Tzu, Liu Bang. It was Qin, the capital of Xiangyang. I don't think I heard it yet. It was 210, or it was very even. What happened in 210? There was the Han Kingdom and it was ruled by Liu Bang. So there was Liu Bang, he was a poor villager. He became then the king of the Han Kingdom. It was quite small at 210. But when 206, and he had come to power when the Qin Empire broke down. Had broken down. And what happens in 206? In 206, the kingdom, under the leadership of Liu Bang, burned the city Qin down, the capital city of Changyang. I have to do with the memory of Changyang. And they burned the city down. They looted the temple of Shi Huangji, and also the books of its library, the only existing copies. And when in 202, 206 and 202, 4 years. 202, Liu Bang proclaimed himself to become the new emperor of the Han Emperor. The Han Emperor called Gao Zu, he took the name. And during the Han Dynasty, I was thinking. During the Han Dynasty, the cities were crowded, beautiful, and the empire was thriving. It became as large as the Roman Empire, and there was no trading through the Silk Route from the Han Empire over to the Roman Empire. Jade, horses, and silk were traded, and the craftspeople in the beautiful, crowded cities of the Han Dynasty, of the Han Empire, they were doing things out of wood and silk, and paintings were doing. And then we're having Confucius. And there was, for example, Confucius, who lived some time earlier to the Han Empire, the Han Dynasty. It's not about the Han Dynasty or the Han Empire. Han Dynasty. And what was happening now? And he was a philosopher, writing many things down, some ideas how people might have to live. And the Han emperors tried to revive these teachings, and it became duty from 165 before Christ onward that people who held public offices have to do exams. But for example, these teachings of Confucius were asked, I'm not completely sure about it, but I think I heard things in these elections. Okay, we don't have time left to do our presentation. And I stopped the camera already. Now, that means that was the part 2 history. If you were here for the Han Dynasty or history, you can go directly to the next part, where we try to do it as a presentation. We will do now the standing leg stretching. If you participate in standing leg stretching, then it's better the arms. You bring our leg up, and the body will foot down the muscle. Now your leg up and one foot. Now take the leg at the ankle, make a straight back, and point the knee down to the floor so it actually stretching pulses. And the other leg, make a straight back and point the knee down to the floor. Next exercise is the garden gnome. Heel onto the ground, pull the toes in, move the leg from left to right. Other heel onto the ground, pull the toes and move the leg from left to right. And now the chain stop block out one side. The toes are pointing forward and we're stretching the inner side of the leg. Out on the other side. The toes are pointing forward and stretching the inner side of the leg. And back on the leg. Now we're doing the Niagara Falls. Legs wide apart, we're breathing in and out and hanging down. We only have to come deeper down by breathing deep in through the chest into the nose and breathing out through the mouth. Again in and out. Again in and out over to the first leg. Breathe again in and out. Again in and out over to the second leg. Breathe again in and out. Again in and out back into the middle. Close the legs halfway, shoulder width wide apart, and pull a little bit carefully down. The one who tried not to look too obtrusive. And now close the feet. And we're doing the side to anshul. We keep on hanging down. Just normal breathing again in and out. And the last time in. And out, we're coming slowly with a long break up and making it to top and backwards, shoulder roll. And the last exercise, the hiker's hilltop stretch. Heel onto the ground, pull the toes in. Foot to the left and pull the toes in. Foot to the right and pull the toes in. Foot into the middle, pull the toes in, move the leg from left to right. Heel onto the ground and pull the toes in. Foot to the right and pull the toes in. To the left and pull the toes in. To the middle and move the leg from left to right. One more. The trunk, eagle eye, legs wide apart, breathing down. And breathe out. And in. Out. And again in. Out. And in. Out. Now breathe in, close the legs. And breathe out. That was a standing leg stretching. Thank you very much, and until next time.